We take out the queen, and you know what? Somebody else comes in and does it. So temporarily, they're seeking temporary gratification, but it leads to nothing because another year or two, they're nobody. Once they get put down and they get a number or a toe tag, somebody else is there. Nobody remembers about it. You know what I mean? So that's when you start realizing that it's not what it is. You know, people glorify it to be.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I hear that, man. I met one guy. He was from El Paso. He was from them people, you know.
Yeah.
That car. There's a guy out of El Paso. His last name was my last name too, by the way. He told me the same thing. He said, "Man, there's nothing there, man. You know. I mean, there is. I mean, what you're looking for, but in a sense, there ain't. You know what I mean? Because at the end, it's just no good, man. I mean, I don't even, you know, just you spend all these years in prison. You know what I mean? All these years, man, are wasted years, man. Wasted years.
One of the main things that when I first got out, I remember, you know, the struggle, the fear of failure and all that. But when you look around you and the people that are younger than you, that are doing it the right way and have things that they work for and they accomplish things, and you're like, you know, I want that. I'm saying I want that. And before you know it, if you work hard at it, it's gonna take time, like anything else that you want, and to improve it, because everything needs improvement. You know, you'll find your niche in life, and you'll be able to go and become successful. You might not be a millionaire, but I'll tell you one thing: I'm happy now. I mean, I'm able to get up in the morning and be grateful, thankful for what I do have, and you know, and enjoy the life that I'm enjoying now.
Yeah, that's true, man. That's very powerful right there, man. That's what it's all about. People want to, you know, do all these dirty things to get what they want. But I always preach like this, not preach, but like in a spiritual sense. But, you know, why don't you turn your negative entrepreneurism or your skills into a positive way? You know what I mean? Because, you know, all that life of crime don't last, man. It really don't. It don't last, man. It may last a year, 5 years, 10 years, but the fall is hard, man. The fall is very hard, man. And then in the business sense, it's like, okay, you're doing all this time, right? Like say, for example, 10 to 15, 20 years, you're really not going to make that money. You know what I mean? You're losing money. You know what I mean? Whereas if you stay out here doing the right thing, you're accumulating that stuff that Mondo's talking about. You know what I mean? Like the good possessions, you know, having things for your family. You know what I mean? House, car, you know, a nice quality of living. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
And how long you been out now?
Since 2015 to December.
Oh, that's right.
Going on 6 years.
That's right. And are you still on parole?
I'll be on parole for the rest of my life.
So, what kind of business are you in now?
I actually own my own business. It's called We Create Homes and More. I do home remodeling, construction, and it's from anything. I mean, we could go from the ground up, you know, depending what you want.
Huh. Man, I wish I had that skill set. So you know how to like remodel all that, everything inside the houses and stuff? Man,
Yeah,
that's a good skill set, man. Do you have a business card?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Maybe at some other time we can advertise.
Definitely will.
I'll put his information at the bottom if you don't mind.
All right,
Put it there, throw it
Yeah,
up.
that's the way it works though. Really, it's like that's how we network and you know, get together and help the economy, you know.
I got a question. How were you and Lewis? Did you know Lewis on the streets, and how did y'all meet? And did you ever see him when y'all were in TYC? Did you ever run
We
into him?
actually went into the same schools and we bumped into each other in TYC. We always had a mutual best friend. His name was, we call him Frankie Boy. And we grew up, you know, together, but we didn't grow up close like me and Frankie Boy. And him and Frankie Boy were close. So
we had like short encounters, like kind of cross paths. But it's funny though, because like I keep saying, me and him have kind of like what's the word, like similar path. Like Frank he was my homeboy, but he was his homeboy too. You know what I mean? Like me and Frank would do a lot of things, and him and Frank would do a lot of things. You know what I mean? It's kind of weird. But of course, TYC always split us apart too, though. You know what I mean? Like. And
our lifestyles back then, you know, we're all doing our own things, but we all always run into each other. It was weird. It was a small world.
Yeah. And this is the guy. That's the one we called the Rat Pack, by the way. On another video, is the man right here. They call it the Rat Pack, TYC.
Yeah. It was
Yeah,
fun.
man. I mean, yeah, we were kids back then, you know what I mean? And we could talk about that. It's like, how can I put it? I mean, it's just like being in school, you know what I mean? Like, you're gonna fight, you're gonna get bullied, or you're gonna, you know.
Yeah.
I wasn't really one to bully. I'm not that kind of guy, but I would defend myself. You know what I mean? I'm not the aggressor. You know what I mean? Majority of the time, I'm not the aggressor. I'm the kind of the defender. You know what I mean? But anyhow, I think that's gonna conclude this one, guys. Thanks for watching The Penitent. Also, here is Life of a Felon and Mondo here. We hope you heed his message. He has a powerful message. Also, he wants to make his own YouTube channel too. So hopefully, you know, we can help him. We all get together with all this knowledge and start cranking out videos, and just all about positivity, guys. All about positivity, man. Do the right thing. That's all we can do, man. You know, prison's just a waste of time, man. It really is. All right.
Can I say something real quick?
Oh, yeah.
Sorry about that. Just to let the viewers know and to understand, our mission in life from here on out is not to glorify the past or not to glorify certain lifestyles. Actually, it is to try to save lives, try to give back to the community what we took and robbed, what we stole, you know. And hopefully be able to reach out to someone that's able to understand the message clearly and learn from our experiences instead of having to experience it themselves, you know. And there's one movie real quick, and I'm gonna put it, The Equalizer by Denzel Washington. That really gave me one clip. Everybody, I'm sure, heard it. You know, sometimes we make the wrong choices to get to the right places, and sometimes our path in life are not the best paths we take, and we do many mistakes. But at the end, it's what we do with those mistakes that determine who we become, and that's what we're trying to do right now.
All right, guys. I appreciate y'all. Y'all hit the like button, subscribe, hit that bell button. Appreciate y'all. Good night.